Okay, folks, ready for a deep dive into history, one you probably haven't heard before.
Yeah, this one's pretty wild.
Yeah, so picture this, we're talking about a war.
A war.
Yeah, but not like your typical clash of armies, you know what I mean? This war was fought over fish.
Over fish.
Yeah, you heard that right, Fish. We're talking about the Halifax Fish War
The Halifax Fish
of
War.
1754. Now, this wasn't just some small town squabble over, the best fishing spots or something like that.
No.
This thing blew up into an international incident. We're talking warships, spies, the whole 9 yards.
It's amazing how something that seems so, mundane like fishing rights could almost trigger a global conflict.
It really is, and that's what we're going to unpack today, folks.
Yeah.
Set the stage for us. What was going on in 1754 that led to this fishy face-off?
Right, so 1754 tensions were already running high between Britain and France.
Classic.
Right, always those two.
Yeah, they were battling it out for control of North America and the waters off Nova Scotia. Well, those are teeming with cod.
Ah, cod, the oil of the 18th century. Exactly. Whoever controlled that fishery basically controlled a huge chunk of the Atlantic economy.
So cod equals big money, got it. But how did we go from, fishing to warships? What happened?
Well, the French fishermen, they were under a lot of pressure to, meet the demand for cod, and they started pushing the boundaries of where they could fish.
Pushing the boundaries?
Yeah, they encroached on what the British considered their territory.
Uh-oh.
And yeah, that's when things went south. Ships were seized, fishermen arrested, and it escalated really quickly from there.
So both sides getting fired up, ready to rumble, but they're not literally throwing fish at each other.
Right.
What happens next?
Well, they both started sending warships to the area.
Warships.
Yeah, a real show of force. But it wasn't just about, military might. They also deployed spies.
Whoa, spies.
Oh, yeah, to gather intelligence, sabotage each other's efforts. The whole cloak and dagger routine information was just as valuable as the cod itself back then.
Man, this is getting good. So we've got warships, we've got spies, and of course we've got this economic pressure cooker. But it wasn't just about the fish, right? What else was at stake here?
You're right. Losing control of the fishery would have been a massive economic blow for either side and a huge hit to national pride.
Yeah, imagine one of these global superpowers being shut out of such a vital resource. That's a recipe for disaster, for sure. So we've got these warships, we've got spies, we've got this economic turmoil. Paint us a picture of what this standoff actually looked like.
All right, so picture this: British and French warships maneuvering in close proximity. Tensions are through the roof, threats being exchanged. It felt like one wrong move could spark a full-blown war.
Talk about a tense moment. But it didn't come to that, right?
Luckily, no cooler heads prevailed.
Thank goodness for that.
They managed to hammer out a compromise through some pretty intense negotiations. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but it was enough to stop things from spiraling completely out of control.
So crisis averted. But this fishtail wasn't just a blip on the radar, was it? What kind of impact did this have in the long run?
This Halifax Fish War actually helped shape international maritime law, believe it or not.
Really?
Yeah, it set precedents for how fishing rights would be negotiated in the future, which, impacts how countries interact on the seas even today.
So those negotiations over cod had ripple effects that we still feel centuries later. That's incredible.
It is, and it makes you think, what seemingly small things are we arguing over today that could have huge unintended consequences down the road?
That's a great question, and one we should all be thinking about. So there you have it, folks. A war fought over fish. Who would have thought? History is full of these surprising stories, and we'll keep bringing them to you. So until next time, keep exploring. And remember, sometimes the smallest things can make the biggest waves.
Absolutely.
See ya.
Bye. Smash that like button.
Please subscribe. Thanks for tuning in to
Historian Kid channel.
Catchy. We hope you enjoyed this dive into history. If you did, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more fascinating stories from the past. Your support helps us bring history to life every day. Stay curious, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next episode. What lesser-known historical figures do you think deserve more attention? Get people talking in the comments.